So we got some good weather today, so we're working on it. So everything is basically ready to drop. I just got to take off the bolts for the torque converter because it's easier to take it off now than when it's on the ground. I got to be fighting with it. The axles I'm probably going to end up leaving because since this car was hit so bad, stuff is pushed over, so I don't think nothing over here is good, so I don't even want to chance it. So I'm just going to scrap all of it and just junk the shell. If you were planning to reuse this torque converter, this flex plate, if you were planning to reuse this flex plate, I would suggest turning it from the crank. But since I don't really care about it, I'm just doing it from underneath here because it's easier. And there you go. It's the last one. So now when I take it off, all I have to do is just loosen the 17s on the perimeter and just separate the transmission, as opposed to having to fight with taking this off while everything is outside the car. So everything is more or less out. Drop the subframe, of course. That's good, that's out. So now I'm just gonna slide it out a little bit and roll it in the back. Actually, I'm just gonna jack it back up, put the jack stands on, and this way I could leave the engine here until I figure out where to put it. More than likely, I just come, separate everything off the cradle, pull everything off, and then just take the engine off and figure out what I'm doing with the transmission, because I'm putting everything in the garage. So everything is off. I'm just gonna leave this for today. So next time I'm just gonna start stripping the engine from the transmission and start separating everything from the cradle, because I don't think I'm gonna keep this subframe. But yeah, just pull the engine off and go from there. Oh, and then I have to work on taking apart the fuel line. I have to double check online to see if the 4-cylinder and the V6 is in fact different. If it is, get it. If not, just leave it. All the bolts are loose. It was 4 underneath here that I already took out. Now I just gotta take out these connectors and the radio is out. Took out the dashboard, That thing was not easy, especially with the seats in and with that door, you know, being so close to the house. But disconnected everything. The hardest part was there was a bunch of wires connected right here, and you ran all the way down, connect all the way back here, so you had to disconnect everything. But besides that, hopefully I don't need none of this. I don't have to put it all into the wagon, but I'm gonna try to take out as much wiring as I can just to make sure I have, you know, everything. I think I might take the actuators out of the AC box and take that fuse box, because that fuse box controls the electric power steering, so that one I may need it, you know. So I finally got the dashboard out and we started working on, I was able to get that fuse box out over there on the passenger side, this one out on the driver's side we took out previously. This is loose, ready to come out. The only problem is I can't get those bolts out in the corner, so I'm gonna have to do this another day or whenever I move the car. But so far I'm only gotta remove this harness and the one that goes from the inside all the way in here from the electric power steering. So right now we have the TSX sedan, and that's the TL all-wheel drive gas tank. So save this tank, and hopefully when I do the swap I can just bolt this in, strap it up, and it should clear it because it did have pretty good ground clearance. So goodbye to the donor shell. Wanted to keep the wheels, but it was not possible. So 2 cars down, everything's gonna make 1 car. So I'll probably have to wait till spring, but I wanted to keep the wheels, but when he showed up, he already had a car on the flatbed, so I decided to get the wheels, let everything go, help clean up the clutter. And there's my baby on the street. And all this I gotta clean up. One down.